Coal, once the bedrock of the local economy and the source of labor unrest, punctuated by machine gun fire and even a bomb being dropped on West Virginia. Those events may have new economic importance, this time in tourism. Doug Estepp of Coal Country Tours joins us now in our studio. Thanks for being here this evening.
Thanks for having me, Eleni.
Okay, now you're conducting tours in the region highlighting West Virginia mine wars. What gave you the idea to do this?
Well, first of all, it's a fascinating history and it's largely unknown. When we talk about the West Virginia mine wars, we're talking about a series of events, lockouts, strikes, assassinations, gunfights, even all-out warfare that took place in southern West Virginia from about 1900 to 1922. Among some of the more prominent events of those wars was the bloody 1912-1913 Paint Creek strike. You had the Battle of Matewan, known as the Matewan Massacre, which was actually the deadliest gunfight in U.S. history. You kind of always think of the Old West when you think of these things, but the fight actually took place in southern West Virginia in 1920. 10 men were killed in just a few minutes. You had the Battle of Blair Mountain in 1921. At that battle, there were about 15,000 coal miners armed to the teeth, fighting an army of mine guards, private detectives, hired gunmen, and state police. They fought for 6 days, about 18 to 20,000 men on a mountain. They had machine guns, they had artillery, they had airplanes that dropped bombs. It was actually the largest insurrection in U.S. history outside the Civil War, yet not one in a thousand's ever heard of it. It was the only time in U.S. history that the Air Force was deployed against civilians. They brought in General Billy Mitchell, who's kind of considered the father of the Air Force. He flew in from Langley with 8 bombers and 14 fighters. And as a result of that battle, you had treason trials in Charlestown in 1922. Everyone's aware of the John Brown trial that took place, prior to the Civil War, but there were actually 2 treason trials in the same courtroom in the same courthouse as a result of those battles. So I think it's a really fascinating history, and it's also very important, both for West Virginia and for the country.
And what do tourists find most interesting in the touring region?
I think they find the terrain interesting. It's rugged country down there. They really like the history, and I think they really like the folks down there, people. We don't just go and look. We freely mix with locals. In Matewan, we have dinner with coal miners and their families. At Blair, we talk to the local community, and at Welch and Bramwell too, and I think that's very appealing to them.
Mr. Estepp, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.